Newly appointed Patriots head coach Jerod Mayo had his first press conference. Justine, do you have the video from that press conference that we can play? Because I want to get Jake's opinion on this.
I do see color because I believe if you don't see color, you can't see racism. And whatever happens, black, white, disabled person, I've always, even someone with disabilities, I always, for the most part, people are like, don't, when they're young, they kind of make the spot hot. Younger people know what that means. But what I would say is, like, no, I want you to be able to go up to those people and really understand those people. So it goes back to whatever it is, black, white, yellow, it really doesn't matter, but it does matter so we can try to fix a problem.
It doesn't matter, but it does matter.
Well, it's...
The dynasty's dead, Jake.
Listen.
The dynasty's over.
I think you should... go watch Todd Bowles. I think Jerod Mayo should go watch Todd Bowles when he gets asked about this. I think it's the best answer. Here's the way I see this. It's sad that we continue to have to just insert race in everything. But Jerod Mayo, all right, that's the case. I need to see some more Native Americans on your roster. Right? I need to see some more
of the
Hispanics and Asians on your roster if you really care, right? If we're going to be honest. If you do see color, then you actually open up the door for racism. Let's be honest, right? If it shouldn't matter, right? I thought the goal was to try and train everybody, young or old, to see the content of somebody, to see pretty much everything outside of color or sex or anything like that, so that we can end racism. How in the hell are you ever going to end racism or try and tamp down racism if all you do is see color? Now, that's not saying that you don't point out obvious faults when it's blatantly obvious, but to sit here and say that it's important to see color while talking about defeating racism is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, because that's exactly the opposite of what you're supposed to do. I don't get how this is starting off on the right foot.
That's the thing. This is the first,
your
first speech. Yeah.
Like it's who cares if you don't see people running around complaining that the NFL players are 70% black. Maybe that's what Jerod Mayo is talking about. Maybe he does want some more white corners, right? maybe that's true.
Right.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. But to me, I don't understand the argument of let's end racism by seeing color. Like somebody, if you can explain that one to me, like, and this is because look, this is what happens. You open yourself up to look stupid, like Jamel Hill talking about Dan Campbell. You open yourself up to look stupid, like Stephen A. Smith talking about how a black coach should never take the Texans job because it's never going to work and it's racist there. It's just, this is what happens when you have people that, and I think Jerod Mayo, I hope for his sake it works out, not because he's black, not because he's white, not because he's a man, not because of anything else other than I want the Patriots to be good again, to add another good team to the NFL. So maybe the product can be better, right? I don't understand, and I'll say it one more time, how to defeat racism by seeing color. That's I don't.
Well, you said earlier,
defeat obesity by eating Snickers. It just doesn't work.
Well, you said earlier you thought Jerod Mayo probably had the best of intentions with this response, which I think you're right. Like, he probably had the best of intentions. I'm just surprised to see it from a guy who was a Bill Belichick guy, played for him and coached under him. You're the heir apparent. And the mantra for the Patriots for the last 23 seasons under Bill Belichick has been on to Cincinnati. Remember that became the meme and the mantra for this entire franchise, on to Cincinnati. Who are we playing next? That's all that we care about. And already in the first press conference, this guy has gotten into topics which I haven't even heard Bill Belichick ever wade into those waters. And maybe that's what Robert Kraft wants from his next coach. Maybe he wants to get into more of these situations. I don't see a 6 Super Bowl future. I already had problems with the hire just from a tactical standpoint. Like, are you really going to go with another defensive-minded coach when you need to get your 15th pick and Mac Jones coached up, or are you just going to hand it over and kind of hope for a D'Amico Ryans thing where defensive coach, draft a quarterback high and let a rookie go make the playoffs? That's not a great strategy to me, but the Texans are doing that. But now it just tells me that I don't have a lot of hope for 6 more Super Bowl dynasty in the Patriots' future.
Yeah, well, I don't think they were doing that anyway. But here's the question, David. I think everybody, I think even black people are so sick of this argument in the NFL. Like, let me ask you, David, who makes more money in the NFL, the players or the coaches?
Players.
What percentage of the players are black? 70%?
65, yeah.
So you mean to tell me, what an amazing world to live in, where you can scream racism against a certain group when that group is the overwhelming majority of the highest paid part of that said business.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
But the new argument, because 65 to 70 or 75% of the players are black, then that means the head coaches and the general managers and the owners should be too. I just never see that argument being made in any other area of life.
Well,
so if 85% of CPAs, these public accountants, are Caucasian, if you said, well, that means that the owner of the accounting firm and their manager needs to be Caucasian as well, you would get fired if you said that.
Yeah, you want to know? Look, why is it like that? Because those are the best guys for that job, right? That's the greatest part about sports is if you're either good enough or you're not good enough. It doesn't matter what color you are. The ball doesn't care what color you are. A fastball doesn't stop halfway and say, "Oh man, it's a white guy. I better stop moving. I better slow down." Like that. That's not how this works. We got to stop this. Stop with this fake racism stuff. If anything, it's slanted towards African Americans in the NFL. They make the most money. Like this, it's just it just blows my mind. It just absolutely blows my mind. This is still an argument, but this is a stupid people fall for this. Let's just be honest. And it's virtue signaling. Deep down, Jerod Mayo is probably drinking after this press conference with some of the coaches like, God, I can't believe I got to talk about this stupid. My agent said I had to do this. It's a trick.
Hey, YouTube, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Check us out. Roll through our videos. We drop content all the time. Turn that notification bell on as well so you can be updated when we do release it.